Hello all and welcome back to another wonderful Ponytown news update video. Today we have ourselves version 0.96.0. We have a lot of new interesting features here, as they put it. New emojis and new quality of life features basically is how they put it. We also of course have new bookmark and glasses customization options and things like that. Overall, things have been improved and enhanced and changed and everything like that. I especially love these new emojis and things like that, as you can see in this little thing right here. This Steuben is just hitting everyone with a newspaper apparently, and that's cool or whatever. But they also have some pretty cool shades and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and talk about this update, go over the changelog. So first up, obviously they overhauled the emojis as was stated before. They added 139 new emojis. They also added emoji search, so you'll be able to find those emojis much easier. They added emoji categories, again making it easier for you to find them. They also added showing frequently used emojis, again so you can find them easier. And they also added emoji picker to character name editor, so now whenever you name a character, you can easily put in that emoji or whatever like that. I'll show you all that stuff later. Now they also added this super helpful thing here, which is a command suggester whenever you type slash, whenever you tap the / thing or the backslash, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Basically, it'll help you figure out if you're trying to type the right command. So if you start typing or whatever, like /bo or something like that, it'll just be like, oh, /boop, is that what you mean? And you can easily fill it in, and that'll help a lot of new players as well as some older players who may not remember all of the commands or may not know all the commands and things like that. That'll definitely help with all of that. Now they also added the ability to customize glass lenses opacity, so now the glasses, you can change the opacity of them, which is a huge deal. It's a pretty cool thing. You can also change the transparent glasses lens color, so you can also change its color and its opacity, which is a pretty cool thing. You can also customize its shine and its shine color, which is also a pretty cool thing if you ask me. Now, another cool thing that you can do is you can add, they've added the ability to mismatch butt marks. So now you can have a cutie mark on one side that's not the same as the other side, or just one side that's blank and the other side that's not, which I think is really, really cool. They also added the ability to hold and draw those marks, so it's a lot easier to make those. This is something that I've wanted in the game for a long time, because it's something that I've always thought was in the game, but every time I go to do it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, it's not in the game. I always forget that it's not in the game, but now it is, and that's going to be a huge thing. I'll show you how that works here shortly as well. They also added Twitch as a sign-in option, so if you have Twitch and you want to sign in or whatever like that to Ponytown, you can do that. You can add it to your socials or whatever, and that's a pretty cool thing there. Now they also added detailed setting options for custom chat filter, showing swears, and acrylic messages. I'm not 100% sure what acrylic messages are, but hey, you know, some of you might know. If you know what acrylic messages are, that's for you, I guess. They also added the ability to see long names in friend lists by hovering, so if you hover over their name, now you'll be able to see the entire name, whereas before it just said so much of the name and then it was like ... so you didn't know what their full name was, which is honestly a little bit of an oversight really in some ways, but it's fixed now. They've added that ability now. They also added prioritizing picking rare items over regular ones. Not 100% sure what that means, because like that's just how it should have been working this whole time. I could have sworn that's how it was. Maybe this is something that got messed up at some point and this is more of a fix than anything, but it seems kind of weird there. But anyway, they added SC1, SC2, and SC3 as supporter chat aliases. This will allow you to change the supporter chat color from red, orange, and gold, or whatever those colors are, and things like that, if you're those tiers of supporter. Now this doesn't replace the previous commands, but this just enhances that ability, because now it's easier to change the supporter chat color of those things. It's just an extra way to do it basically, which is a cool little thing there. And they also combined glasses with different lens opacity. They increased default emoji picker size, so it's gonna be a little bit easier there. They increased the limit for contrast and brightness settings, so there's probably a lot more fun things that you can do with that. They also improved the bookmark editor to keep the color picker open, which is a very nice little thing. I absolutely love that. They also improved the bookmark editor to switch brush after picking a new color, so that is also very helpful. They improved saturation setting, again another thing that you might find a little bit of a use for, or something like that. They improved party options menu, improved UI of removing players from party. They improved using commands with spaces. They improved descriptions of some commands, and just a bunch of different improvements, including this one right here where they removed the ... from messages with repeated letters. So previously, if you wanted to let's just say you wanted to spam a bunch of fire emojis, after like 3 or 4 different fire emojis, it would just show ... even though you put like 10 of them on there. Now, if you do that, it's not going to do that anymore. It's going to remove that, and it's just going to show the full message, which is a very, very nice little thing, and an overall, just an excellent change. So that's pretty much it. Everything else after this is just stuff like a removed emoji list from help page, and they fixed a bunch of stuff and things like that. So that's a cool little thing there. So let's go ahead and continue. For some reason, my game assets did not load. Let's reload to fix that. What the fuck? All right, here we go. So first things first, you can see that there's an emoji thing here. I can just go ahead and show you all the emojis. Isn't that cool? We don't even have to go in the game. That's amazing. So if I click this emoji here, you can see that there is a bunch of new emojis. We have all kinds of things. They're all categories. So we just have typical emotes, such as this like weird peace okay sign. We have a hug thing. I think that looks pretty lovely. That is a bit of a strange thing. It looks different there than it does there. But hey, you know, it is what it is, I guess. But there's also all kinds of cool things. Like there's a clown for some reason. Isn't that lovely? There's also a dragon. There's a dragon emote, I guess, now. That's kind of neat, I guess. There's all kinds of little things here. There's even a skull now. We actually now have a skull emoji. That's pretty cool because that's been a highly requested thing ever since they added the bones and things like that last Halloween. Now, obviously, there's plenty more, and it would probably take me forever to go over all these, but there is a lot of new emojis. Over 100 new emojis, which is pretty cool, honestly. Some of them are just very simple stuff like this. Oh no, it's dangerous. I can't wait to see what people do with those emojis. I imagine people are going to do something pretty interesting with those. But anyway, let's go ahead and go over here to edit, and we're going to go over to face, and no, not face. We're going to go over to items, and then to the head, and then scroll down, and now we have these eye accessories. These eye accessories are not anything new, but now if I click on one such as this, I can now, let's say, go to this one or something like that. Ooh, isn't that cool? I can change the color of it. Ooh, isn't that cool? And then I can also change the opacity of it. Ooh, look at that. It's completely blank. I'm missing a lens in that one, and then I can make it to where the other one has a full lens, and it's like my shades are like broken or something. I don't know. Look at that. I got shades and they're broken. That's something you can do now, and I think that's pretty cool. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with these, I'm sure. And I can't wait to see what you guys do with those. So yeah, that's that. And if we go over back to the body, we can go down here and mess up Skella even more by going down to the butt marks, of course. Now we can do match butt marks. If we leave that check marked, it will be the same on both sides. If we uncheck it, it'll be different on both sides, and we get to see both sides, which I think is an excellent feature. Now, if I want to do something like make this more bright red or something like that, I can just do this. And ooh, look at that. Now I can just draw on it, and it's almost like drawing and everything like that. So let me undo that. If I have this open and I start drawing or whatever, I can actually leave this open and then come back to it and then very easily mix match all kinds of stuff together and eventually have some weird monstrosity. And of course, you can clear it and do all of the things that you used to be able to do and things like that. I think it's an excellent little feature, nice little thing there. And another thing that they added is, of course, the command suggester. So if I open up my thing here and then type this / here, it starts showing a list of all the available commands. If I just scroll through here, I can quite literally see every single command that's available to me, such as, ooh, /lock leader. Ooh, I can lock the leader. Isn't that cool? All kinds of stuff. /playtime. Look at that. I can just do that. It even explains that it only shows since October 3rd, 2020. So that's a pretty cool thing. And yes, those are just all of them. So if I was to do something like /boop, you can see there it says /boop, and then I can hit tab and it will autofill it, and then I can do the boop, and then it will of course do the boop. I bet not many of you knew that was a command that you could do in the game. I bet that's something that not many of you knew. Now this is another thing that I'm going to go ahead and mention here because I didn't mention it in the last update video, but if you go to the about page, scroll down a little bit, you will now see that there is a new programmer here, a new game designer, Bit Assembly. They are a little bit new on the team. They joined in the previous update. I didn't say anything then because I kind of forgot to say something, but there it is now. Now you know this person's here. The team is even bigger now, and there's no telling what's going to end up happening with all of that. But that is pretty much it for the changes, if I'm not mistaken. There isn't anything else that I missed. Ooh, question mark. Yeah, there's basically nothing else that I can really show you about the update. So that's going to do it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. I really hope you did anyway. If you did, please do consider liking, subscribing, sharing, doing all those wonderful things like that, because when you do those wonderful things like that, not only do you get access to wonderful content such as this, but you also get to, what the fuck is going on? This person is invisible. What the fuck? That person was invisible. Why was that person invisible? That was weird. Goodbye.